It is 5:59, and we'll call this meeting to order. Today is November 10th. This is our regular session. Welcome to all of you. It's wonderful to see everyone here. The first order of business will be the Pledge of Allegiance. Mr. Wilson, could you lead us in the pledge, please?
What, me?
Yeah, you got to get dirty right there, buddy.
Ready? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. We'll now move on to adoption of the agenda. I would like to make one change to the agenda. On item 9, the board report, Part B, it's not an OSAA annual convention report, it's an OSBA annual convention report. I love athletics, but I didn't go to their conference. Okay, are there any other changes or amendments to the agenda? Hearing none, we will adopt the agenda as amended. Next item, commendations. I love commendations. They're the best part of the meeting. So this evening, let's start with the middle school.
All right, middle school, would like to recognize Celia Garza. Come on up. Your best to go. Then I see stuff that your teachers wrote for you. Stand by. All right, this first one's from Mr. Draper. Celia has been absolutely impressive in my class since the beginning of the school year. She always shows up to class with a smile and impresses everyone daily with her positive attitude. Students love to be around her because she sets such a good example, and her performance in school is outstanding. She goes out of her way to help others in class when they don't understand something, and when she makes a mistake, she listens to feedback, makes adjustments, and improves daily. Celia, you are such a good student and a good person. If you keep up the great work, there's no doubt you will be successful in the future. Congratulations, you are more than deserving to be our Student of the Month. Next one from Mrs. Korn. Celia is a delight to work with in class. I adore her positive attitude. She's always willing to lend a helping hand when it comes to cleanup and goes above and beyond in her work. She always greets me with a smile and a positive hello. I appreciate that she's a role model for her peers and sets a great example for what a model student should look like. She's a great choice for Student of the Month. From Mr. Hunter, it's a pleasure to be able to do a write-up for Celia. She always comes to class with a positive attitude and a cheerful disposition, and her work is consistently high quality. She is conscientious about doing her work in class and makes positive contributions. Next one from Mrs. Greenwood. I've had the pleasure to watch Celia mature and grow over the past 3 years in PE. She has demonstrated incredible resilience and has grown so much over the years. She has truly developed into a great leader in my class, always stepping up to encourage her peers and model outstanding sportsmanship. Her hard work and positive influence make her more than deserving for Student of the Month. Good job.
Thank you, and congratulations, Celia. Next up, we will have the elementary school.
We get the privilege of having 2 students. We have one representing our K-1-2, and then our 3-4-5. And I'll start with our awesome second grader, Maisie. Would you come up? Maisie Wagstaff. So while she gets that, Maisie is a kind and caring friend who treats everyone with respect. She is always willing to help classmates, and teachers. Whether it's sharing supplies, helping a friend understand a lesson, or cheering someone up. Her kindness makes our classroom a welcoming place for everyone. She works very hard and shows great effort in everything that she does. When she makes a mistake, she learns from it and tries again. And that's a growth mindset. In class, she is eager to participate. She raises her hand, shares thoughtful ideas, and asks good questions. She often leads group discussions and helps her classmates stay focused and involved. Her leadership is gentle and inclusive. I'm very proud of her responsibility, her positive attitude, and strong work ethic. She models excellent behavior and learning habits for others. Thank you, Maisie, for bringing kindness, effort, and leadership to our classroom every day. You make our school and class a better place. Mrs. DeAnda, and from her other dual language teacher, she's also a Spanish learner. She's really a Spanish teacher. She's taught me a lot. Maisie is such a bright young girl. She always comes to school ready to learn and with a smile on her face. Maisie is always participating in class and on task. She is a hardworking student. Additionally, she's a great friend, always willing to lend a helping hand when others are in need. Maisie makes others feel important and included. Ms. Delgado, congratulations.
And then our 3rd through 5th grade nomination is Jonathan Delgado. And because his family is primarily Spanish, we're not going to read his English. We're just going to let them read it in Spanish.
Jonathan es un estudiante muy positivo, amable y considerado. Siempre ayuda a otros estudiantes sin que se lo pidan. Le ayuda a conseguir sus materiales, se asegura de que tenga sus libros y de que esté en la página correcta, y le ayuda a guardar las cosas. Es amable, atento y todo un caballero cuando la ayuda. Trabaja mucho y es un gran estudiante en la clase. Excelente trabajo, Jonathan. Eso era del señor Moore. El señor Pratt dice, Jonathan está en el programa del lenguaje igual y le encanta aprender. Es muy solidario con sus compañeros y maestros. Jonathan tiene una manera especial de iluminar el salón de clases con su entusiasmo y su sonrisa. Le encanta probar cosas nuevas y aprende mejor cuando se lo permite participar activamente. Trabaja mucho para aprender ambos idiomas y ha tenido un éxito notable. Es el tipo de estudiante con el que los demás quieren trabajar porque siempre tiene una personalidad accesible. Sigue así. Y esto es del señor González. Dice, Jonathan es un excelente ejemplo de un estudiante respetuoso, responsable y solidario. Demuestra amabilidad hacia sus compañeros y siempre está dispuesto a ofrecer una mano a quien lo necesite, ya sea ayudando a un compañero con el trabajo de clase o dando palabras de ánimo. Jonathan va más allá para asegurarse de que los demás se sientan apoyados e incluidos. Se mantiene concentrado durante las lecciones, sigue las instrucciones y es un ejemplo positivo para todos. La actitud y las acciones de Jonathan hacen que nuestra clase sea un lugar mejor cada día. Y eso era del señor González.
Okay, and then we'll move on to the high school.
We're starting out with our volunteers of the month. It's a little bit odd. We usually don't do students, but we're doing students this month because it was recommended by our staff because obviously we have lots of events that occurred this last month in terms of homecoming and things like that, but they wanted to honor these two because they've done an amazing amount of work with Pep Club in order to make Pep Club work out. The first one's Pedro Julio Santana and Miss Molly Beck. Please come on. Miss Beck's obviously our Pep Club advisor. We're not going to read what she wrote about both of them because it's pretty good. And this one's pretty good. So Julio's a workhorse. He joined Pep Club this year to meet to meet some ladies, but has stuck around as an amazing member of the club. He consistently comes to meetings, has been contributing since he started back in mid-September. Without being asked, he has stayed after volleyball games many times and cleaned up the stands. He's shown up to decorate the school in between running cross-country practice and back. By the way, he got 20th at the state tournament this last week. On top of that, he knows he values his education and strives to keep his grade up. Plus, Julio is one of the most positive people to be around. He goes out of his way to talk with everyone. He tries to be friends with many different people. He has fun pumping up the student section with crazy dance moves and energy. Julio's a great person. I'm grateful he decided to join Pep Club and share his school spirit with us. Keep it up, Bob. That's from Mrs. Beck. Molly, here's another one. Let me take my mom hat off for a second and say how amazing Molly is with Pep Club. When district cross country fell on the same day as homecoming game, Molly decided to stay home and man the festivities. So Miss Beck put on her mom's hat and went to cross country, right? Because her son's competing in cross country. Made sense. She essentially stepped into the role of advisor for the day and worked her tail off. She gathered, delivered, and helped with the staff and student barbecues. She helped set up to man the games for the community and made sure the supplies were at the football game for the student section that evening. There would have been no way Pep Club would have pulled off homecoming game day without Molly. She truly stepped up and showed some maturity and great maturity and dedication. She's been an active member of Pep Club for over a year now and has helped with almost all the activities, but she really shined during homecoming week. Good job, Miss Molly. Miss Good God, Miss Molly. We also have a student of the month, Miss Abigail Pacheco, please. Some nice things about her. Mr. Sapp says the following: Abigail's a chip off the old block. Just like her mother, Abigail is kind, hardworking, extremely intelligent, and someone who has made this high school a better place because of her presence. This is my first year having Abigail in class, and I can honestly say I'm grateful to have her 2 times a day. She keeps me on my toes. She's always asking great questions, and she has a good day every single day. Her positive attitude and happy personality are refreshing in a world full of Eeyores. If you guys don't know, that's the donkey from Winnie the Pooh. Thank you, Abigail, for being a ray of sunshine every day. Mr. Lamb said, Abigail Pacheco is a treasure. I've had a lot of great students over the years. I've had a lot of students who are kind to others and easy to get along with. I've had a lot of students who are a joy to have in class. Abigail is the rare combination of all 3. She's a fantastic student. Abigail is kind and helpful. Even better, she's a joy to have in class. Abigail is a true triple threat. Well-deserved as Student of the Month. High School Student of the Month, Abigail Pacheco. We also have the pleasure of the Employee of the Month, Miss Mary Woodruff. Please come up. We've got some things I'm going to read from Mary. Mary's kind of shy, so it might embarrass her a little bit, but we'll do it. This is from Mr. Sapp. Miss Woodruff is an amazing teacher. She's constantly working hard to get better at her craft, and she is inspiring those around her to do the same. Miss Woodruff is an ardent advocate for her students, and she's also takes zero guff from them at the same time. A quality only amazing teacher who is a wonderful mother could possess. Miss Woodruff has such a blessing to the high school since she transitioned from elementary, and she's greatly appreciated and valued at both schools. There are times when difficult conversations have to be had, and Miss Woodruff had the courage to start those conversations so the best outcome can be achieved for all parties, a rare quality these days. Miss Woodruff is an amazing teacher who has also raised some of my most favorite students to sit in my classroom. And along with Miss Woodruff, they have a wonderful family that made this a better place for the rest of us. Congratulations, Miss Woodruff. Well-earned award. Let's see, right here is a good one. This is from Miss Beck. Mary definitely deserves this. She's not only dedicated to helping her students succeed every day, but she's also dedicated to seeing the school succeed as well. She's always on one step ahead of the rest of us, but is still willing to share what she's doing or thought of. I can go to her to bounce ideas off and to feel heard. Many times, Mary always has students in mind and works hard to help them understand some of the most fundamental and important parts of math. Oftentimes, I see fun worksheets that she uses to help students engage and meet them where they are. She really helps establish a good foundation for students at high school. Mary also is willing to help anywhere she can outside the classroom, from spearheading the efforts to painting the teacher's lounge this summer for us to enjoy, and to the many hours of service she's put into our community and family. She's an amazing woman and is a great choice for Employee of the Month, and I would definitely echo all those. Thank you very much.
And our virtual school?
Keeping up with the tradition, I'll be presenting a little video that, so when I select Student of the Month for the virtual school, I try to meet with the parents once a week for the month, just kind of get to know them a little bit, get to know their kid. And the community is really building that Facebook page, and they're not used to having an administrator be so involved in the community. Super excited to present the next student. We have Jade Knight, and I'll double check this, it should be working. There we go. The virtual school, Jade Knight. Jade truly embodies what it means to be a self-motivated learner. Being at Mrs. Virtual School has been a perfect fit for her, allowing her the freedom to learn on her own time and explore the world around her. From visiting a fire station to touring a Belfast farm, Jade brings curiosity and enthusiasm to everything she does. She excels in math, right at the kitchen table, cares for her chickens, even helps her little sister with her pre-K curriculum. When she's not studying, Jade enjoys gymnastics and recently began Taekwondo, where she's building focus and confidence. Hoo-yah! Jade's love for learning, responsibility, positive attitude make her an incredible example for everyone and for every student at this virtual school. Jade, keep up the amazing work. You are going to be doing great things in the near future. And also, don't forget, we are Mrs. Strong.
Okay, thank you to all of our honorees, and we'll be taking your pictures out in the hallway, so if you'd like to step out in the hallway, have your pictures taken, we would enjoy that. And if you'd like to return, please feel free to do so. On occasion, someone might. Okay. While they're getting their pictures done, we'll move on to the next part of our agenda, which are visiting patrons for public comment. Do we have anyone for public comment this evening, or has anyone signed up? Okay. Since there are none, we will move on to our reports for this evening. First item under reports will be our ASB report. Welcome.
How are you guys today?
Doing well.
Good. So I have quite a bit of things to point this evening. So I first wanted to start off with our homecoming week and how it went. First, we started off with our macho volleyball, which was pretty fun. Maybe you guys seen on our new student council Instagram page. If you guys haven't already followed, I suggest to. It's really fun. We just post mostly our activities and things, and it just keeps everybody and even like parents more involved if they're like working or if they can't like attend the activities. Maybe they can see it over social media and after the fact. So I really like that we did that. And so we had macho volleyball. We also had our powder puff, which I even joined in on. It was pretty fun as well. And it was really fun to attend that and do that on the turf this year under the lights, which that was pretty fun. I feel like even for the girls to come out on the turf if they didn't or had a chance to be there, that was also a fun experience. Along with that, we had a great outcoming for our actual homecoming dance. I feel as though that it's probably the most attended which is pretty awesome. And I feel gratitude towards even our student council for maybe we got the word out better this year or got more people involved. And even our student class, I feel like was way more prideful with school things, and they wanted to be there, so which made the younger grades wanted to attend our events throughout homecoming week, and then to the dance, we got way more attendance that way. And also, this morning we put out our flags for Veterans Day tomorrow across the elementary, right across from like Cattle Drive, and just by our big school board out there. We put all the veteran flags out this morning, so we can honor our veterans in a way. And then that's it with that. Lastly, what we have coming up is we want to do a coat drive. That's what we're getting together. We're getting information together for that. We're gonna create a ballot, or not even like a ballot, but just a poster so the community's aware that we're having a coat drive to bring you coats if you have any free ones at home or anything like that. Want to contribute to that? That's what we're doing here pretty soon. And then also, our boys cross country team placed 5th overall state, and so that was kind of exciting for our school to get that as well. Do you guys have any questions over on any of that?
I will let you know, I enjoyed your homecoming parade. The candy was great.
Oh, yes. That too, I even forgot to mention that we did like the outcome of that, the parade, get the community more involved, and maybe parents had work so they couldn't come years beforehand, and now they were since it was later. Also helped us fit our theme better for neon, helped that fit too.
It was very well attended. It was fun. Thank you.
Any other questions for her? Thank you.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. We'll move on to the superintendent's report. Mr. Hawkins.
Well, good evening, everybody. I wanted to start today by highlighting our motto of the year, which was Mrs. Strong. Strong stands for support, trust, respect, open, and grit. This guiding statement was built from the surveys and conversations we held last year with our community, staff, and students. It captures exactly who we are as a district and how we strive to live here at NISA. As we know, this fall has been a true example of what NISA Strong looks like in action. It's been a challenging time for our families with the uncertainty surrounding the federal government and policies, like the shutdown and the recent suspension of the SNAP benefits. I'm thankful that full benefits were restored last week, which is great for our families, but I'm even prouder of how our community responded during this time. Together, we mobilized quickly, distributing 93 food boxes to students and connecting the families with long-term community resources. And when we say that is finally getting them saying, hey, community in action, have you been to our food bank? Here are the hours. And so it was more than just kind of getting food out, it was connecting our families together. That's what support looks like in NISA, and it shows the heart and unity of our district. And I was extremely proud of that. We also today had an incredible Veterans Day assembly this morning at the NISA Elementary School, put on by Ms. Book and Mr. Pratt, honoring those who have served our country. It was a powerful reminder of gratitude and community pride. And I want to thank our staff and students for putting together such a meaningful event. And if you haven't gone yet or seen it, I suggest you go next year. It is amazing. And there's nothing more emotional than listening to Mr. Pratt do the taps. Just very clear, and just the emotion of that is just amazing. So, but looking ahead, we'll continue to support our families through upcoming community programs like Toys for Tots and Help Them to Hope, which are coming up as well. And as you heard, the high school is also doing a coat drive. The support doesn't stop. Just because the benefits got turned on doesn't stop, and the need is still out there. So, also at the state level, we're preparing for major changes as well, from the new accountability system and the PBAM restructuring to the OSAA realignment of our athletic districts. These are big shifts, but I'm confident that we're well ahead of them and taking the right steps to prepare our district for the future. So, let's continue to stay strong together and support one another, build trust, showing respect and keeping open communication, demonstrating grit in all we do for our students and our community. Thank you.
Do we have any questions for superintendent on anything else other than his report?
Yes.
Or whatever was in his report?
What is PBAM?
It's basically, it's how we do our accounting in the whole business department. It stands
Okay.
for the, oh gosh. Crystal, what is it for?
Budgeting.
Budgeting, there it is,
And
accounting
accounting
manual.
standards.
Okay.
Yeah.
So every district has to abide by it, so
Okay.
it's a pretty big shakeup coming down.
Fun.
And they actually extended it out, it's supposed to be July 1st of 2026. They announced last week they heard from all of our feedback from superintendents, business managers who were showing up at their house, to extend that out to July 1st of 2027. And even then, it is still a monumental shift in how we do things and how we account for things. And so it was really great to be able to tell Crystal that, talk her off the cliff a little bit. But yeah, so that is changing
Okay.
as well.
Cool.
What's changing with the OSAA or?
So there's a petition out there, and they're listening to focus groups right now, and Pendleton is petitioned to play down, and they're recreating a special district, and part of that special district, and also they're redoing Southern Oregon, some Southern Oregon districts as well, was in our special district would be LeGrand, Baker, Ontario would be added in there. And it wouldn't change our classification right now, but it would change kind of who we play and how we do that. So they're taking some feedback right now for it. We've also petitioned to relook at where we're at, just because, you know, playing those bigger schools would have an effect on our programs and our kids, and so we want to be able to take control of that. So Wednesday we have a superintendent's meeting with OSAA to discuss that. So, yeah, and I think they're about a month and a half in, and so we're going to be fighting pretty hard because this is fighting for our kids in our sports programs.
I will let you know that at the OSBA conference, talking to just board members in general, that was mentioned, the change in the OSAA arrangement, and PBAM was mentioned a whole lot. So, you know, just such a change in such a short time. So.
Yep, and we can't forget the accountability measure. We just got released our similar districts as well, and so there is just a lot of changes, not only federal, but statewide as well. So.
Any other questions for the superintendent? We'll move on then to the financial report. Crystal, you're up.
Hello. Okay, tonight I have financial reports through October 31st of 2025. I was excited last week we got an update on our software overnight, and that update caused the approval of the bills report not to work. So I have a ticket in with our software company. They have not fixed it. I asked again today, please let me get this to work before 6 o'clock. Didn't get a response. So in your packet is not approval of the bills. I will, once that gets fixed, I will run it and I will send it out, and then I'll present it officially in December. But the first report in the packet is our operating statement for our general fund. First page is the summary, everything from July 1st to October 31st. Flip to the second page, and that is just the monthly breakdown. So just quickly looking at October, you see we received a little over $62,000 in current year taxes. That's because everyone is starting to pay their tax bills. Followed by just a little bit of prior year tax. Our state school fund came in, so our revenue for the month was a little over $2.4 million. Our expenses, of course, our biggest expense every month is our payroll and our benefits. But our expenses for the month were a little over $2.2 million. So we've added almost another $200,000 to our cumulative balance as we move forward throughout the year. Next report is our district LGIP account. That just shows you the current balance as of October 31st in that account. Followed by the monthly report that we received from the county, which is just a breakdown of those taxes. You can see the different years of tax payments that we've received. Following that is our middle school bond operating statement. So our bond balance, the end of September was about $55,000. We had almost $21,000 come in, bringing our bond balance to a little over $76,000. We've got that debt service payment coming up. That'll be $74,000, and so my projected bond balance after we pay that will be just a little under $2,400 in that account. And then our next debt service payment will be in June of 2026. The next report after that is our LGIP for that middle school bond. That just keeps our money separate from our district money. Another county report for you to look at. And then we kind of went over this very quickly at the work session a week ago, but our operating statement for our food service. We've ended the month of October, 51,000 in the red. And then the final report is the payroll report for the month of October.
Are there questions for Crystal?
And we should be having the auditors next month present our audit. I don't know if we decided work session or regular session, I cannot remember off the top of my head, but in December. And that's all I've got, I think.
Hopefully work session.
You know, I will reach out to her and ask her. I think she might be coming one more year in person. Okay. You good?
Thank you, Crystal.
You're welcome.
And you will let us know when we're having that report.
Yes. Once they fix it, I'll run it and then send it out. to you.
Okay.
And then, but then I'll present it in December.
Okay. We'll next move on to our consent agenda. Do I hear a motion on our consent agenda, or are there any questions or comments on our consent agenda first? Do I hear a motion?
Make a motion we approve the consent agenda as is.
Do I hear a second?
I'll second.
It's been moved by Donnie and seconded by Dustin to accept the consent agenda or to approve the consent agenda as presented. All those in favor, signify by raising your hand. All those opposed? Any abstentions? The motion carries. Next on the agenda is new business. The OSB election, the Legislative Policy Committee representative for Eastern Oregon, position number 1, is Bruce Cavan. He is from the LeGrand School District. He has been serving as the current Legislative Policy Committee representative. I will tell you, this is a short session coming up. Typically, there's not a lot that refers to education during that short session. However, there could be. So, anyway, Mr. Cavan is up, and at this point, I would like to request that we support his election. Do I hear a motion on that?
I make a motion that we support Bruce Kevin as our representative.
Do I hear a second?
I'll second.
Thank you. It's been moved by Susie and seconded by Donnie to support Bruce Cavan for the LPC representative for Eastern Oregon representative, position 1. All those in favor? All those opposed? Are there any abstentions? The motion carries. Next up are the August 2025 policy updates, the second reading. Just as an FYI, we will be having another group of policies being sent to us soon. So that's just for your information. We've all reviewed, read, considered these policies from the August, from our August meeting, and we've moved on. Do I hear a motion on this at this time?
I'll make a motion to accept all as presented except for BHD.
I was thinking in our work study session, we were voting on these in December.
We had considered that, but because we have this other group, we can, wait, but we do have this other group coming. So the one, as I went through these policies, the one that I had any question at all on is the one that we would like to postpone. That would be the one for the, what was it called?
BHD.
The BHD policy.
Okay, because in the works session, we discussed them, or I guess I shouldn't say we discussed them. I know we've had them for a long time. Megan got them to us a long time ago. But I don't think we discussed actual changes to them, with the idea of we would discuss them a final time at the next work session.
Okay, we can,
And if we want to vote on them, obviously I can't stop a vote.
no, as I said, what does the board think? I mean, the one that I would like to postpone voting on is the BHD policy. And that's the one that we did have some discussion on.
Ryan, is there any reason on your end that we should do it now versus then?
So I look at, one, is right, we've had it for 3 months. With the changes in these policies, there's not big changes, it's more a couple of buzz, and it's not anything monumental in there. That I'm recommending it now because we're gonna have the bigger set comes in November. And so because of that, and I feel like where the board is at with kind of the questions and what we're looking to change, is that I feel pretty confident that we can get through these while leaving out DHC tonight. Or D, sorry. Anyway, so my recommendation is just based on the changes and everything in there, is that it's pretty low level, that we're not really changing monumentally. So, but that is my recommendation. However, if you guys don't feel comfortable, if you want to look at them again and discuss them in December, it is totally up to you.
The November ones, is there any specific, I should say, what is our time frame we have to approve the November?
We usually have until March will be the next ones, and so it'll kind of be on that same timeline. So if we put them off in December again, right, then we'll look at them in January and February. I mean, it just gets pretty condensed with the size of the.
But we probably won't look at them in depth in December if we're going to have the auditors discuss in December.
Yeah, and if we're reviewing these again. So yeah, that'll put us right on that timeline again.
Okay.
That's how comfortable you guys feel.
Right. I like one more month, but that's me. Because I don't feel like I've fully digested them yet. But again, that's just me.
Is there any other comment on that? Would you like to hold these August policy updates for a third reading? And
I don't see why we can't. I mean, if we're pretty much in that, at that part of the agreement with the policies anyway, it shouldn't take that long to get through them and finish them off in December. If that's the case. And that's just my thought.
I would say that Dustin has a better idea of wording than I would, being a lawyer. So if he wants a little bit more time, I think it would be fine.
okay, ladies.
Agree.
Okay.
We
I'm
Just
good
for
with
me.
doing it tonight or.
So I'm looking at next month. Next month is December.
I know.
What happened to the year? And we are having our auditor give us,
It's a must.
yeah.
When you're
So,
paid in January, right?
Yeah, but my deadline's the 31st of December to have it all done and presented to the board, so has to be next month.
since we do have some concern on not having fully digested those policies, you know, it might behoove us to wait. However, I would encourage all of us to get our homework done if we do decide to wait. So it's fine with me to wait, but, you know, my opinion, that's my opinion, is that I've read them and I felt comfortable with them, but Dustin reads them with a different eye than I do. So, if there are no objections, then we will hold those policies, but let's sincerely make an effort to get them done next month because we will have these others. Okay, so we will postpone decision on this. Okay. And is there any other comment on that? Okay, so then we will move on to item 9, the board report. We will have a work session meeting on December 1st at 6 p.m. And we will, might be kind of a long one. And then, is there anything else that needs to go on that meeting, that work session? Okay. All right, then the last item on the board report would be the OSBA Annual Convention Report. And gee, I took notes. It was a good meeting. The theme was building bridges to student success. Our keynote speaker was Matt Lehrman, who's a civic facilitator. He did a very good presentation. The theme of his presentation was conflict conversation. That was the first portion. The second portion was working through complexity to create civility and strengthen decision-making. So, and then he also had a third portion at the regular section where he went on to fully explain how to build more trust and relationship and how to how the board can work better together to help the superintendent. It was a very good presentation. I also took workshops. This was 3 days, folks, I'm sorry. But I took workshops in state school fund basics, and which was, the history, but also the comment was expect some significant changes. And so we need to prepare ourselves for that. Just in conversing with different people there, they were talking a significant change in the biennium. So, and I'm sure that we are also looking at that. We're actually fairly well off compared to some of the other schools. Some didn't think this would ever happen. I'll be blunt, frank. I also did a workshop on using the strategic plan to maintain focus and to elevate student outcomes. The Bethel School District has seemed to make some significant changes for the better using their strategic plan. And we've also discussed, well, yes, we all the school districts have strategic plans, but how many of us put it up on the shelf? And then in 5 years say, we need to look at it again and make a new one. So I would like to recommend that we look at our strategic plan and establish our goals and begin to move forward. I took a class on collective bargaining, very interesting. Nancy Hungerford is a very interesting individual, very knowledgeable, learned a lot. The Eastern Oregon group had a round table. It was the superintendents and board members from Eastern Oregon. And I'm going to mention George Mendoza, who is the superintendent at LeGrand. He was selected as Superintendent of the Year for the state of Oregon. I do mention him because he has helped our school board and helped our superintendent. Also, George actually started his career over in Ontario. And when you talk to the LeGrand people, they do not want him to ever go anywhere else, believe me. But one of the things he said is that as a school board, we need to deepen our relationship with our city and with other school districts around us. We have common problems. We need to cooperate, collaborate, understand, and work together. Very good advice, I thought. I took a class on the upcoming policy updates. There are several. So, and as usual, they will be interesting and challenging. I also took a class on the accountability changes. Another interesting thing. My breakfasts and lunches were also involved with different meetings. I attended a meeting of the Rural Caucus. The Rural Caucus actually is they have a seat at the OSBA board, on the OSBA board, and they help make policies that affect the rural districts. And the rural districts are most of the 197 districts, school districts. So it's not just the big ones in the Portland metro area. I also attended a small school meeting, a small school group, because I thought that these two were, kind of the same, but not really. And there is a difference. The small school group describe themselves as having their feet on the ground. And they are actually making some changes. They do provide scholarships and different things like that. It's a very interesting group. When I say small schools, smaller than us. So, and I also attended a meeting of the Color Caucus, another interesting group who look at policy in terms of of being equitable, so that communities of color, of poverty, of just different social means are included to make sure that things are equitable. So the takeaways: work together with our other school districts. And just a note, I mentioned George Mendoza. He will be up for superintendent, National Superintendent of the Year. I would like to remind us all that Gustavo Balderas, a graduate of Nissa High School, current superintendent at Beaverton, was a National Superintendent of the Year a few years ago. Just as an FYI, I saw Jennifer Patterson. She's at Canby. She wished us all well. Several of us know her. She was looking for you, Ryan. And is it Michelle Meyer from COSA? Is that what her name is? She was looking for you also. So it was good to interact with those people. So the three things I want to say are things that I would like to work on with the board are the funding changes. Crystal knows all about that, Ryan knows all about that. We need to be looking forward. I would like to maximize the use of our strategic plan. And I would like to look at our board operating agreement and our board superintendent operating agreement. These are just kind of reminders of how we should better get along. I talked to one group who said, yes, in their board operating agreement, they all agreed to attend at least 6 school functions a year. And they document that by taking a selfie at a football game, at a PTO meeting, at a concert. And, you know, so there were just some interesting things, interesting ideas that I would like to throw out to our group during a work session. But since our December work session looks like it's going to be full, we will look at January's work session. So, are there any questions or anything? Is there anything that anyone would like to suggest that we need to further review or look at? You guys are so easy tonight. That's what happens when I bring you bling from a meeting.
The play just starts this weekend?
That's
Yeah,
right,
yeah,
the play
I
does.
think it starts on Thursday, I want to say.
Thursday,
Yeah,
Friday,
Thursday, and then it goes this weekend, and it goes, yeah,
This weekend and next weekend.
and next weekend.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, afternoon on Thursday, and I think that we bought every seat in the house, so I'm gonna be scalping tickets out there, so just let me know if you need some. Yeah.
Okay. Is there any announcements from the high school, middle school, elementary school that we should be aware of? Virtual school? Okay, just the play, yes.
Can I take a time to thank like not only you and the district office and all building admin and everyone that helped with those food bags? Like that was super impressive. How everyone just helped out on such short notice to get all that taken care of. It wasn't small of an ask from, I know we came to with our, just how worried we were about the kids and everyone else made it happen. Thank you.
And it truly was, everybody just deploying at once to get it done. And on Thursday, right, giving kids that food, seeing them, I mean, it meant a lot to them, because they were worried about, that was before the snap got turned on, is what's happening. And so, but it was great leadership by the board as well, so, to help with that. So, this is what makes it happen here. So, thank you.
Thank you.
Yes, thanks, all of you. It was very impressive and very worthwhile. Okay, if there are no other comments, I'd like to thank you for being here this evening.